Welcome everybody to the 6th Annual Oscares Awards. Thank you all for coming. Yeah, you guys, you can clap. All right. I'll apologize now for having to listen to me once again. The weekend is almost over. All right, we are going to start out with recognizing our board members. And when I state your name, if you could just stand up, please. We have, next slide. And the next one. All right, Gene Show, feel the screens. Bradford Lino, Ethan St. Ben, Trey Cottle, Mark Stage Month, Mike Kresser, Spooky World, Phil Miller, Brightland, Beth Watson, Cookers, for Callahan, The Grove, John Eslach, Factory of Terror, Sharon Kyle, Field of Terror, Brett Hayes, Fear, Fair, Kelly Carter, Haunted, Carter, Chris Werner, and Lucifer's Haunted Asylum, Simon Unpacked Hotels, and Shocktoberfest. Welcome once again. All right, we are going to start out tonight by honoring some vendors. We have 4 vendors that have done some great things over the years, and we want to highlight all that they've done and recognize them for helping us out. And I'd like to introduce Brett Bertolino. Brett, come on up.
This company sold their first animation control systems in 1983 to a theme park in California named Knott's Berry Farm. That makes 2013 their 30th year in the haunted attraction business, building animation controls. Since Knott's, their clients have included virtually every major theme park in the world, including all of the Disney parks and Universal parks. They've worked on movie projects that have included Star Wars, Harry Potter, Team America, Ghostbusters, Child's Play, Spider-Man, and a lot more. So when you see the Chuckies and the Crypt Keepers on the trade show floor, remember that in the real movies and TV shows, those characters are run by this company's controls. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Gilder Fluke and Company.
Well, thank you. We've been doing this for quite some time. I don't have any idea how many years we've been doing this trade show, but I think it must be pushing 20 years now. No idea. So when it first started, you know, pretty much all the animation we saw here at the show was cranks and motors. Now lots of people are doing full animated figures and much more complicated things. When we started here, the technology was EEPROM-based storage, which meant you couldn't put much on, and what you could put on, you know, as far as storing for audio or for animation, was very expensive. Now it's much cheaper and a heck of a lot easier to do the very same thing. So anyway, I'd like to thank the association, all the board members and so on, and thank you. Thank you, customers.
Okay, our next vendor. Next award goes to a company that's been around for a long time, 1904 to be exact. They've been producing quality products right here in the USA for the Halloween industry. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing HAA Airbrush for their continued support of the haunted house industry. Chuck Passion, come on up.
Pretty crazy, man. But I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for everyone here. People using our products means a lot. I've worked for the company for 25 years. The company's on its 4th generation right now. We've increased. We got a 90,000 square foot facility. We make every single part on our airbrushes all here, American made. And I think this day and age, we need to concentrate on that. I think it's important for the United States. And I'd like to thank the association and everybody here, because this really, truly means a lot. Thank you so much.
Next up, we have another Vendor Excellence Award. This recipient has loved Halloween, horror, and haunted houses since he was a child. He started creating art and design work for dark-themed projects in grade school, but he never dreamed that fate would force him to pursue his passions full-time. In 2002, he found himself unemployed with a brand new baby and a wife who had just been diagnosed with cancer. Unable to leave his home for any extended period of time, he put his macabre artistic disposition, design experience, internet savvy, all to work, exploring the then budding online haunt community. He made connections and always was learning and expanding his skill set for his clients. In the next 10 plus years, his passion for all things dark and spooky, combined with an unflinching professional approach, have allowed him to work with some of the biggest names in fearful entertainment. He's worked with our previous organization, International Association of Haunted Attractions, which became the Haunted Attraction Association, multiple conventions, trade shows, magazines, bands, vendors, publishers, and of course, haunted attractions. Today, his company is a fixture in our industry. Besides having created branding and websites for hundreds of haunted houses worldwide, his company also sponsors multiple conventions, trade shows, and other spooky events, including Transworld. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Chad Savage and his company, Sinister Games.
It's rare to be able to do something that you really love for a living. I count myself blessed every day that I get to do this hour after hour, and people give me money to do it. I make up jack-o'-lanterns and scarecrows in Photoshop, and people pay me. I mean, what better job is there than that? To anybody that's ever given me advice or helped me figure out a problem or hired me or taken a chance on me, thank you. Thank you very much. Obviously, it means a lot to me.
All right, the next vendor is known for his extreme 3D and UV artwork. He has contributed much to the haunted industry. It was a new concept that he developed to create a more intense artwork, that he added a new dimension of intelligence and fear to 3D and UV designs. For almost 2 decades, he's been to 9 foreign countries and has done his artwork all across America. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Stuart Smith, Stewardism Design.
I can speak now. You know, I've done a lot of stuff around the country, and I've done something that none of you people have ever done. Well, one, Dutch, shame on you.
I thought I was the only one. I got deported from Canada. It was pretty cool. I thought, you know, he got shut up in chains. I got deported. Oh well. Okay. So, you know, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my wife, Chris. When we first started out, it was pretty rough. I told my parents, hey, I'm going on the road to paint monsters. And of course, they give you the blank stare, deer in headlights. It's like, you're going to be impoverished. And now they're not laughing anymore. You know, they're proud of me and stuff like that. But it's been a long haul. We remember, you know, not even getting paid. You know, we've lost a house and stuff. And we just kept on trucking, knowing at some point in time we'd get to the point where we'd be able to chop up hot dogs to put in our ramen meal soup, so we knew we were really living, you know, and we got there, you know, so we're good. And we might even go Johnsonville brats too, because it's a little bit better than hot dogs, you know. So, to all my customers who took a chance on me, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for this, the association, and my wife, who's been my little cheerleader. When I sit there and be crying in my soup, she'd be there to sit there and take care of me. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, the next award goes to our Best New Product Award. This was a tough year. All the board of directors walked the show floor, and they talk and look at all the new products and talk to the vendors and try to narrow it down. We narrowed it down to about 5, and then 3, and then 2. And we had it down to the 2, and we realized that both of them were from the same company, so it kind of made it easy. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Kip Polly, Pale Knight Productions, Best New Product. Kip, come on up. See, that's easy. We're going to get it over with.
Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. I have my wife. It was nice and clever. I have my wife Ashley with me. I definitely couldn't do any of this without her, so I want to make sure that you all see her pretty face as well. We've been doing this for about 8 years now, and we really try to bring products to this industry that are new and different, and that we can be really proud of, and that you guys can use in fun and different ways to really scare your customers in ways that you weren't able to before. And so, much like everyone else has said, we would be nowhere if it weren't for you guys. I appreciate everyone so much who spends their money with us. We wouldn't be anything without you. And thank you guys so much. Thank you to the board. We really, really appreciate it. Very thank you.
Okay, so the next set of awards are called the Director Awards. The Board of Directors and the Nomination Committee work together and evaluate all of the haunters in our association and pick 4 to recognize. And this year's recipients will be following that. Brett, come on up. You can start the...
So for our first Director's Award, for this next haunter, the passion for Halloween has started over 25 years ago, when he and his wife turned their home into a haunted house. After 10 years of operating a home haunt, the crowd grew to a point where it was time to do something bigger. In 2000, he purchased a roller skating rink for the eventual launch of their haunt. He has always been a big supporter of the industry associations. He joined IAHA back in 2002. With 5 years of haunted attraction operation under his belt, he was elected to the board and was later chosen to be vice president. He was active in various committees and chaired the bylaws and nominations committees, and he served on the board through 2010. Since purchasing the facility 13 years ago, he has been committed to continually upgrading and improving his show. Today, his attraction has become a year-round must-see family destination. Their attractions include Ohio's first and only XD 4D motion theater, Wizard's Journey, a 3D blacklight interactive miniature golf course, bounce houses, birthday parties, as well as roller skating. Over the years, his haunt has received national recognition and has been ranked as one of the top haunts in the U.S. Last year, with the help of their son, they completed a major expansion which included 4 new haunted attractions. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Bill Criscione from Ghostly Manor and the new Lake Erie Fear Fest.
The best places we've ever been.
The scariest place I've ever been is Ghostly Manor in Sandusky, Ohio.
Welcome. So glad you could join us.
This is a spook house open year-round. They have kids, they employ goth kids who are out of their mind, who dress up as deranged killers and hide in what is a quarter-mile of spook traffic, where you walk through and the doors open and they scare the... I've never been more scared in my... And I know it's a game. I know it. They're actors. I get it. I was freaking out. I was grabbing a little girl by her wrist. She was like this, and I had her by her wrist, and I was using her as a human dog freaked out. I got done, and the guy goes, "So how was it?" I'm like, I freaked out. I was like, "The nerve of you! What is wrong with..." Like, I was so... I've never been more scared in my entire life. Never been more scared in my entire life.
Like fiber, supplements,
Stool song.
even laxatives. What's left?
Try this.
This Halloween, into Lake Erie Fear Fest at Ghostly Manor, one of the top-rated haunts in the U.S. Now bigger and scarier than ever. Route 250 sent us. Lake Erie Fear Fest at Ghostly Manor. Scared the crap out of you.
There's something strange going on the shores of Lake Erie. It's Lake Erie Fear Fest. Follow me.
I got here just in time. You look at something 5 to 7:30, you got a plan, and my friend said, we don't have to get there right away. Of course, you write your intro, we walk in, and Pat says, you're next. So, pretty good timing. Well, thank you, Pat, and the Haunted Attraction Association for this recognition. Also, a big thankful to Jen and Joe Thaler for being the catalyst that brings us all together every year. I haven't been here for all 18 years, but 15 years ago, I made the decision as a home haunter to start attending this show, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made in my haunt career. I'm very honored to be up here receiving this award. I know you hear this all the time, but I honestly couldn't have done it with my wife, Jamie, being there every step of the way. Well, maybe not every step, but definitely the ones that lead to food and drink. We've been doing this a long time, as Pat has mentioned, and it's been, or not Pat, I thought Pat was going to read this and I rewrote it, so Brett. Now it's even better because my son Billy has become a big part of our show. This is a great industry and one I'm proud to be part of. I mean, what's not to like, really? We get to travel around the country meeting great people. We make great friendships, and we see some of the coolest creations made solely for the purpose of entertaining and scaring the crap out of people. And we get paid to do it. And we were fortunate to meet some of our best friends in this industry. Now I want to give a little plug here. I've always been a big proponent of associations. I feel we as businesses and individuals should support our industry associations. They exist to provide their members with benefits and services which add value to their business. Although I may not always agree, and some of us may not always agree with every decision, I do feel the Haunted Attraction Association adds value to our industry and to my business. And I hope all of you support them going forward. Thanks again to all of you. I sincerely appreciate it. And I think we should all thank HAA and Transworld for the free food we got here tonight. So thank you.
Okay, the next award goes to 3 very avid yard haunters who put their passion to profession. Originally owned by the Boy Scouts and used as a fundraiser, this haunt named the Haunted House was prepared with random movie monster scenes and black walls. The 3 turned it around by renaming it and fully theming the attraction to match the history of the old 1800s schoolhouse. While in operation, this haunt is visited by thousands of customers every weekend. Many come to relive the story told through the attraction about the murderous janitor named Charlie McPhee, the character which has been coined as a local icon, or Mickey Mouse of horror for Cincinnati, gains cheers, screams, and tears when making appearances. The 3 work year-round, making sure this haunt engulfs its customers with realism and fear. Year-round antique shopping, set construction, planning make it one of the most detailed attractions in the nation. This Cincinnati, Ohio haunt has been featured on the Travel Channel, USA Today, Huffington Post, Crave, Maxim, Discovery Channel, and many other media outlets and trade magazines. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Bud Strauss, Chuck Strauss, and Josh Wells from the Dent Schoolhouse.
There's the school up ahead. story, the more you believe it. But when you see the Dent Schoolhouse, you feel it. And feeling is believing. 1950. The horror as a community is shocked by the disappearance of 24 students at the Dent School, one by one. And now, all that remains is there remains 40 rooms, but don't go in the basement.
Charles in charge of our days and our nights. Charles in charge of our wrongs and our rights. And I want Charles in charge of me.
I want to say thanks. Josh couldn't make it, but we're very appreciative of this award. We did start as 3 yard haunters that were just addicted with scaring people, and it was great to come to Trans World for the first time and to meet groups like this association, to find out that you weren't strange, that your normal friends didn't find, this group amongst us didn't find it strange that you could scare people. You thought bloody carcasses were awesome, and so we do want to say thank you, and this is a big dream. I got to thank my dad for letting me be able to take over my house and it become addiction, and then be able to turn it into a business and to meet everyone here, because you guys have all been great. You've also helped us learn so much, and this industry is amazing. And Trans World, of course, this association have given back so much to us. So we just want to say thank you.
Our next award winner accidentally got into the haunted attraction business. Schooled in accounting from the IU School of Business, he worked in the marketing and advertising department for a major motion picture exhibitor in Indianapolis for 17 years. In late 1991, he quit his job and started an indoor paintball arena that was themed as an abandoned city. And when it opened, it caused quite a stir. Thousands of customers came to play paintball, and several customers described his business as a haunted house. After hearing the suggestion over and over, although he had never actually been inside of a haunted house, he decided he would open one the following year. That was October 1991. More than 20 years later, this attraction has grown to become a nationally recognized haunted house. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Steve Walls of Necropolis, City of Perpetual Darkness.
Pat just told me that since I didn't get my videos, I'm going to have to act it out. First of all, I want to thank my mom, who raised 7 kids by herself, and through her I've learned that it takes a lot of hard work, and anybody who owns a haunted house knows it takes a lot of hard work to do this. I want to thank Jimmy Jacobs and Lance Collins for jumping on this dream and going along with me, and want to thank the association. When I started in 1990, I was just telling Brett, he had the same problem. There wasn't anybody who could ask. There wasn't anything. We didn't even know where to buy stuff, and how much it's changed, and how much more professional it's come. And I think the association has a lot to do with making us all a little bit more professional and bringing us all together. So I want to thank you.
That brings us to our final Director's Award. The next award goes to 2 haunters that have been involved in the haunted attraction business in one form or another for more than 25 years. They started their first commercial haunted house in Denver in 2002 and their second in 2008. Through a partnership, they also own and operate 2 haunts in San Antonio and Phoenix. Both of their Denver haunted houses have been featured on several national television programs, like America's Scariest Halloween Attractions, America Haunts, and Making Monsters. They have received accolades from both local and national media, which include CNN, USA Today, MSN, and the Wall Street Journal. The pair have created haunted attractions that are high in quality, while at the same time being operated professionally and safely for the public. They strive to never stop improving their current attractions, while at the same time expanding and opening attractions in new markets. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Chris Stafford and Warren Connard from the Asylum, the 13th Floor Haunted House Denver, the 13th Floor Haunted House San Antonio, and the 13th Floor Haunted House Phoenix.
We actually met working at a haunted house as teenagers. In 2002, we opened our first haunted house. At the time, it was kind of a hobby. I had my own company. I had a lighting company. I was in the banking industry. Eventually, it just grew legs and took on a life of its own. In the beginning, we did everything from painting, taking out the trash, building. In 2008, we opened the 13th Floor Haunted House in Denver. That was when we started bringing on people full-time to work with us. Together with our business partners, Dan McCullough and John Love from House of Fun, we own and operate 4 different attractions in 3 different markets. Business is truly recession-proof, but people still want to be entertained. We only come once a year, so I believe that's helped us. I would describe it as a pinball machine. There's so many moving parts, and everything has to work perfectly to put on a good show.
I'm just glad that I didn't have to speak right after Chad Savage, because he got me choked up as well. So. I've known Chad a long time. I'm going to try to do this from notes off my phone real quick, but like the video said, Warren and I met when we were 15-year-old kids working in a haunted house, and it's been a long time since then. Over the years, we've been fortunate to have been recognized for some of our achievements and our accomplishments, and that's been pretty cool. But getting an award like this, when it comes from kind of an industry of your peers, really means something, and it's pretty cool. So we'd like to thank Pat and the Haunted Attraction Association, as well as Transworld for hosting this event for this award. It's pretty cool. Thanks.
Okay, so our last award this evening is our President's Award. One of the perks of being the president, I get to pick an award. So I can pick anyone I want. It can be a company, it can be an individual, or in this case, 2 individuals. These guys started out working in our industry in 1998, creating costumes, props, and makeup for an Orlando-based haunts, Skull Kingdom and Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights. Their inexhaustible enthusiasm attracted a marketing company, and together they formed their new company, which debuted in 2004 at Transworld Show in Chicago, where the pair painted anyone that wanted to see this new makeup demonstrated. It wasn't long till the line for the art was 2 hours long, even though they were producing a new monster every 5 to 10 minutes. In 2008, they began their regular workshops on special effects, makeup, and have been doing them in over 25 countries. Their book, Extreme Face Painting, makes monster face art available worldwide and has been printed in 8 languages. These two continue to paint and have been an inspiration to all of us with their talent, humor, and philosophies about sharing, caring, and scaring. Of course, I'm speaking about Nick and Brian Wolf. Sadly, last August, after complaining about abdominal pain, Brian was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He has since been undergoing chemotherapy and focusing on healing and allowing the cancer to pass. The doctors all agree that miracles can happen. And with the miracles Brian already experienced, he does as well. The original tumor is inoperable, but the blood tumor marker count is down from 30,000 to 5,000. His hair is growing back and his weight and spirits are up. He is now recovering from the latest round of chemo and is thankful for all the unbelievable amount of support he has received from his family, friends, fans, and all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing Nick and Brian Wolf.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. It's been been great being part of this family. Thanks so much.
Okay, just a couple of quick announcements. We have a big party happening in the room next door about 8:30. If you have a chance to come back, that is the Fright is Right. And for everyone here, it has a reduced price of only $25 that the Zombie Army and Trans World and Netherworld is putting on. So if you want to come back, try to make that. And we're going to be here for about another hour or so, enjoying each other's company, listening to music, eating and drinking. So please hang around and have some fun. And if all the recipients could come up for some photos, we'll get some more pictures taken. So thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.